Hello and welcome to another episode of Gadgets and Gizmos. My name is Gaurav Prethi, and if you watch the complete episode today, you will observe that besides Gadgets and Gizmos, there are three more characters. One is a handsome bald man, one is a skinny man, and one is a fat man. All of them handpicked by the HR. And here is what we have for you in this week's episode. Now, I may look smart and intelligent, but I was always an average child, throughout my academic career. Never came first, never won any prize, never been on stage, The only time I went on stage was when my teacher said, "Beta, stage pe jao aur haath upar karke khade ho jao." So that was that. And I really, sometimes I wonder what it would be like being on stage and giving those presentations. Thank you very much for coming for this launch of the revolutionary product of the century, the decade. I would like to thank all the fans, all the friends from media and partners, and our esteemed guests who would be arriving shortly. So the revolutionary product that we are talking about is something that we have put in a lot of thought and research and traveling and everything into this, and we realized this is what people needed. Some say it's a watch, some say it's a phone. Some say it's a watch, some say it's a phone. Get it? Yes, we're talking about a smart watch. And this is the Intex iRist. It's more than a watch, it's the iRist. It has features that you will not find even in the Apple Watch. This is the best smartwatch ever. Now let's talk about the most important thing, design. We have put in a lot of effort to finally come out with this design. Design is very important. I wear designer clothes. I realize the importance. You get a all metal construction, and the glass we have used is sapphire, which is bright, very strong. You have a resolution of 240 by 240 pixel resolution. Some people said that it looks like the bloated version of Apple Watch, and I say that's rubbish. Take a look at it for yourself. Beautiful smartwatch that is crafted with perfection, and we have a rubber strap over here which is made up of rubber. Of course, it's a soft rubber and it will not at all itch your arm. Also, we give you three color options. One is orange that you can see, and one is pink, and one is black. So choose as per your personality or your character. So in the design department, I would say this watch is best. Where are these guests? Yeah, it's so late already. Kamal hai. Oh, sorry, fan. Features. Now, features is the highlight of this smartwatch because it has all the features that you would normally find in a smartphone. Everything is here. We have compressed everything here. No need for Android Wear. We have given you full-blown Android KitKat over here. So it is a standalone smartphone also because we give you a 3G SIM card slot. Just put in your SIM, and if there is network, you can make calls. If there is network, you can send SMS. And if there is data connection, then you can surf web, watch videos, listen to music, just do anything, Baba. This is crazy, I'm telling you. And if you want to listen to audio, we give you Bluetooth headset free. Mind-blowing stuff. No, you must be thinking, what am I doing? Throwing darts or playing with laser? No, that's what you call a point and shoot camera. We give you a 5 megapixel camera in this small smartwatch, which clicks amazing pictures. In fact, you can also shoot videos at 720p. Imagine, who would have thought you could do all these things with your smartwatch? And if you're wondering where is that fitness part, counting steps and calories and all those things, don't worry. We have an app just for that. It's called iWalk. Simple it is. This phone is so powerful, you will have no issues whatsoever. It's powered by 1.2 gigahertz dual core processor along with 512 MB of RAM. So do whatever you want to. You can play games also if there are some apps available for that. I haven't checked that. You can do Facebooking, you can check mails and all those things. In fact, you can send mails. We have a small tiny keyboard for you where you just press and send emails also. That also works fantastically, and you have a 600 mAh battery which will last you more than a day. So what else do you want, yaar? For 11,999 rupees, you get everything. All the features of a smartphone in a smartwatch. What do you say? You don't seem convinced, that's why I came here, it's a fantastic device, I'm telling you, you can do so much with it. Like I said, it's like a smartphone, you can make calls, you can send SMS, you can click pictures, you can shoot videos, watch. In fact, you can also connect your smartphone with this. There is an app called iConnect. You just have to scan it and but when it works, it's fantastic. You can sync your calls, your SMS, your photos, everything is here, yaar. Why carry such a bulky smartphone? Use this, it is fantastic, So I'm so happy with this watch now. I will give it to you for free. Yes, you've been a very patient and very good fan. Take it, yaar. Alright, take it. Hey, don't give him lunch. The trend in smartphones these days is that make them big and make them slim. And talking about slim, Sahil is reviewing the Samsung Galaxy A8 this week. Take a look.
Today I am reviewing a phone by Samsung, and Samsung is the world's largest manufacturer of smartphones. This out here is the Galaxy A8, and according to Samsung, it's relatively light on your pockets. It has a premium design and it's got a solid feature set. Let's find out if it's worth the hype or not. Let's do this. Now, design is one area where Samsung's phones are normally really hammered. Samsung is known to be the company that makes those phones with cheap plastic. But that kind of changed last year with the Galaxy Alpha and the Galaxy Note 4, and all of that came to fruition with the Galaxy S6, especially the Galaxy S6 Edge, which really had a jaw-dropping design. Now, here we have the Galaxy A8, which in all honesty isn't really jaw-dropping by any metric, but it has a lot of elements that are hallmarks of Samsung's design language. But what really stands out here is this phone is made out of metal. It's all metal. You may think this is plastic, but this is not. This is anodized metal, which is really nice on the hands and it's really premium and plush to hold. More importantly, this is the thinnest Galaxy money can buy. This is just 5.9 mm thin. It's super slim and it just weighs 151 grams, which is not too bad for a phone which has a 5.7-inch screen. Now, Samsung smartphones are really known for their displays, and Samsung traditionally uses AMOLED displays on its smartphones, and the Galaxy A8 out here is no stranger to that. It's got this 5.7-inch 1080p display, which is really vibrant. It's got great viewing angles. If you see the display at a really extreme angle, and you'll be really able to view the content without much difficulty, and even the brightness levels are quite superlative out here. Plus, it also has Corning's Gorilla Glass, so it's going to be a really hard display to scratch. We have tried it, trust us. Now, this new Samsung phone is powered by its own Exynos processor, coupled with 2 GB of RAM, which you may think is completely flagship material considering the Galaxy S6 also is powered by Exynos processor, but this one out here is an older Exynos processor. It's an octa-core chipset out here and the performance is pretty good. But if you had to compare it to, say, a phone like the OnePlus 2 or the Asus Zenfone 2 Deluxe, then probably it's not in the same ballpark. But still, the performance is quite reliable. For most people, it's going to be adequate. In fact, more than adequate. Especially if you game on this device, this phone really doesn't get warm. And considering you have an all-metal body out here, this phone really keeps cool out here. Another really cool trick that this phone has is its really large 3050 mAh battery. And considering this really slender 5.9 frame, it's kind of a miracle that Samsung was really able to fit in such a big battery. And overall also, this battery really performs well. In normal usage, you'll get more than 35 hours of battery life, and even if you are a really heavy power user like me, you'll get in excess of 24 hours. Now, software is one area where Samsung really gets hammered, apart from design obviously. But with the Galaxy S6, the South Korean company really started to clean up its act, and its TouchWiz UI really became lightweight. Yes, compared to stock Android, vanilla Android, it's still nowhere near, but compared to what Samsung used to offer you, it's really featherweight right now. Oh, by the way, this phone has got a really awesome camera. It's a really good camera, and before you ask me, this camera is better than the one on the OnePlus 2 and the Xiaomi Mi 4. It's probably the best camera phone that you can buy south of rupees 35,000. It's got a 16 megapixel sensor on the back, and it's got a f1.9 aperture, which is like kind of extreme. It's the same as the Galaxy S6. But there are certain omissions out here. For instance, there's no optical image stabilization, there's no phase detection autofocus system out here. At least that's what Samsung tells us. But still, the image quality is absolutely out of the world. When I started this review, I spoke about a smartphone that offered great performance, good features, a great design, and was from a relatively well-known brand. Well, the Galaxy A8 from Samsung really fulfills all these requirements. It's a really nice phone. It's got a kick-ass camera, it's got decent performance, it's got a really nice, snazzy design, and really, you can't fault anything with this phone, especially the battery life, which is absolutely fantastic out here. Moreover, you don't need to jump hoops to get this phone. Don't need to get involved in a flash sale. You don't need to get an invite to buy this phone. You can just go to your plain Jane regular Samsung store in the market and get it. If you have a budget of 32,000 bucks, this is the phone to get.
The USP of our HTC smartphone was always that fantastic metallic finish and design, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. They've also gone the plastic way to cut down on the price, which is never under 25,000 rupees, strangely. This week we have the HTC E9 Plus, and here is what it looks like.
This is the HTC One E9 Plus, HTC's scaled-down version of the M9 Plus, the supposed flagship that left a bitter taste in many enthusiasts' mouth. The E9 Plus looks to remedy that problem. Design-wise, like the E-series phones before it, the E9 Plus also conforms mostly to a plastic design. The build quality still feels great though. It's a high-quality plastic material wrapped in the most iconic of HTC designs. The back has a matte finish which feels great to hold in the hand, and the metal rims on the front add a bit of elan to the design. It's a good-looking phone and feels just as premium as its flagship cousin, which is a rare feat considering the materials used. The display on the front is a 5.5-inch Quad HD display, which means it rocks a resolution of 2560 by 1440. For all the PPI nuts, this means 534 pixels per inch, which is more than enough. The colors are vibrant and sharp, and the display is very good for a mid-ranger. The unusually large bezels on the front add to the tallness of the phone, and it feels a little bigger than most phones with the same screen size. The trade-off is that you get HTC's excellent Boom Sound stereo speakers, which are a real treat and continue to be among the best in the sea of smartphone speakers out there. The minimalist Sense UI returns on the E9 Plus. Unlike phones before it, features a rather lightweight skin on top of Android 5.0 Lollipop. The skin doesn't seem to bog the performance down, and it never goes into overbearing annoyance by bombarding you with useless settings. It's one of the better looking skins out there too, with just the right amount of customization that doesn't detract from the experience. Speaking of the performance, the E9 Plus rocks a MediaTek Helio X10 chipset paired with 3 GB of RAM. The processor is clocked at 1.9 GHz and performance sadly is a little bit hit and miss. While navigating the interface seemed smooth, we did encounter lags and stutters, especially when switching apps and multitasking. Games also seem to perform just about average. Choppy frame rates are sadly common with the device. The back of the phone is home to a 20 megapixel camera, which under the right circumstances can get you good shots. Most of the times you'll be digging into the settings to manually adjust to get a good shot, which is not a good thing. The front has a 13 megapixel camera, which is great for selfies. Battery life is great on the E9 Plus, easily lasting us a day on full charge. Overall, the E9 Plus is a great phone, but is a tad bit overpriced. At Rs 32,999, it becomes hard to recommend for most people. Still, those looking to sink their teeth into a great phablet won't be disappointed.
Now, remember Oppo, that Chinese smartphone maker which came out with that rotating camera phone? Hrithik Roshan? Okay, yeah. So they're back with two new smartphones. One is the R7 Lite and one is the R7 Plus. Take a look.
Out here we are at Oppo's launch, where they have launched the Oppo R7 Lite and the R7 Plus. Out here we have the R7 Plus, which is a 6-inch smartphone with an all-metal design. It even has a fingerprint scanner on its back. It has a 13 megapixel camera out here. It has this gorgeous 6-inch Super AMOLED screen. It's a full HD screen and looks frankly quite attractive. The frame is also quite slender at 7.75 mm, and overall this smartphone looks quite impressive. It also has a 4100 mAh battery, which is frankly quite gargantuan, and it also supports Oppo's VOOC charging technology, which basically charges the battery of the smartphone quite quickly. Overall, it looks like a pretty impressive prospect out here, and it costs around Rs 30,000. The R7 Lite is a more portable device. It's got a 5-inch screen with an HD resolution. It's also cheaper at around 18,000 rupees. Again, this is an all-metal frame. It forgoes a fingerprint scanner out here. But this phone is also powered by an octa-core processor like the R7 Plus, but coupled with 2 GB of RAM. Overall, it seems like a pretty decent device. We'll check it out soon on the show.
So this week our tech news has been hijacked by Berlin because IFA 2015 is going on right now, and here are all the highlights. This year's IFA 2015 has been all about smartwatches. Samsung's new Gear S2 smartwatch was finally introduced to the world, and everyone has been going gaga about it. It feels slick and sturdy thanks to its stainless steel construction. Navigation is handled by a rotating dial, followed up by a quick tap on the touchscreen. Other highlights include Bluetooth, Wi-Fi connectivity, NFC chip, and a 360 by 360 pixel Super AMOLED display protected by Gorilla Glass 3. The watch is IP68 water resistant and promises 3 days of battery life. ASUS also unveiled their Zen Watch 2. The watch features a new metal crown, AMOLED screens, and a Snapdragon 400 processor. It also supports a magnetic charger cable, an improvement over the old plastic cradle, and superior dust and water resistance rating of IP67. It will debut in 3 colors: silver, gunmetal, and rose gold, along with plethora of rubber leather and stainless steel straps to help you match your personal sense of style.
I am very excited to introduce you to the new Moto 360.
New Moto 360 was also officially launched at IFA 2015 Berlin. The 2015 Moto 360 comes in 2 sizes and is highly customizable. The Moto 360 offers a number of different strap options too, and can be customized by Motorola's Moto Maker tool with over 300 combinations to choose from. It has an upgraded 1.2 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 400 processor, 512 MB of RAM, and 4 GB of storage. There's also Wi-Fi and a bigger battery than its predecessor that Motorola promises will last for 2 days on a single charge.
Not dissimilar to the Moto 360, Huawei also launched their smartwatch. It features a circular design like traditional analog watches that some people may still recall and even sport on their wrist. Running Android Wear, the watch comes preloaded with 40 watch faces. These faces are displayed on a 1.4-inch AMOLED display that has a resolution of 400 by 400 pixels, giving it highest pixel density of any smartwatch to date. Huawei boasted that it is the slimmest smartwatch in the market at 11.3 mm, supporting a diameter of 42 mm. The Qualcomm 1.2 GHz processor and 512 MB of RAM powers the watch, while 4 GB of storage helps support Android Wear apps. And Sony did not launch any watch, however they launched the world's first 4K smartphone, the Xperia Z5 Premium. It has an 806 ppi display measuring a whopping 5.5 inches and packs a 3840 by 2160 pixel resolution, double the pixel density of iPhone 6 Plus. Powering the device is again a massive battery of 3430 mAh. The Xperia Z5 Premium is expected to ship sometime in November.
Alright, with that, it's a wrap. We hope you enjoyed watching the episode because we did. I've watched it 3 times already. It's okay. If you have any suggestions and queries, very good. So until we meet next, take care. No respect, yeah.